and how their friendships have been affected. It's all about humans. It's about
I want you to stop. I want you to take a deep breath, and I want you to do everything at half pace.
I always get it confused with the bechamel test.
I was going to say, what is
Who do you want to talk about?
This don't have to name names.
No, I'm not naming names.
Well, I'll start with my classical.
I see, yeah. I get it now.
I just didn't
I didn't.
find it.
I'm just going to take this off because we have inept sound recorders.
Yeah. Everybody knows. Yeah.
Okay, this is take 2 of me. Sound is rolling.
Clap for me.
Neil Dockin, who's written The Revlon Girl, has written this piece in such a way that as an actress it's just a gift, an absolute gift, because it just does the majority of the work for you. It's there.
It is. It's what you're given to play with. When you first read a script, you know immediately whether it's something that, speaks to you, something you understand, something that you've experienced or someone close to you has experienced, and so you can feel it.
When I read the script for The Revlon Girl, the big monologue that Jean has to do, I was immediately moved when I read it, before I even read it out loud. And then I read it out loud and I was like, just blown away. This play's different. The responsibility we carry as actors to tell this story is immense.
The story is told beautifully, it's beautifully written, and the performances are wonderful. You don't feel that they're actresses, you feel that they are being themselves. They are telling their own story. It feels that personal.
The actors absolutely walked in the shoes of those characters. They empathised with the characters so much they used their own emotional memory and grafted that onto what might have happened to those characters, and I was completely pulled into their story.
What was interesting about The Revlon Girl is, if you'd said to me 6 months prior, would you be interested in taking a play about the Aberfan disaster, I'd have probably thought, really, what more can be said?
When I watched The Revlon Girl, I was in tears, because it's just another thing that says we don't care about certain people, and we're the elite, and they don't matter.
The Aberfan disaster occurred on the 21st of October 1966 in a little village about 40 miles north of Cardiff called Aberfan, and it's a tiny little place. And above the village were 7 colliery waste tips, and that's the stuff that they dig up with the coal.
And these tips were made out of essentially the unsellable coal, bits of clay, rock, just crap.
And it was behind the village, and as I say, I didn't know at the time when it was reported that it was deemed unsafe, but it was unsafe because there'd been, I think it was water, wasn't it, that was running underneath, so it became unstable.
And one of them, tip number 7, slipped at 9:15 on a Friday morning. It was the last day before half term.
It's about 150 foot high, and because of the motion it gets very hard because it loses all the water.
First it hits a farmhouse, killing everybody inside. It hits a disused canal, a railway line, rips up a water main, ploughs through the houses, glances off the senior school and goes directly into Pantclass Junior School.
And so they asked a lady called Audrey Davey, who did exist, to contact Revlon Cosmetics and ask them if they would send somebody to give them tips on hair and beauty. Just something to feel normal, just something to brighten up an evening, just something to take them back to where they were before the disaster happened.
What's clever about theatre and what's clever about this production, it just came at it from a totally different angle.
It's true that the Revlon Girl, she came and, yeah.
And in these 4 lines, I realised how you could tell a very big story by making it very small.
I think a lot of people will think, coming to see this play, that it's going to be a night of just sadness, and of course it is on many respects, but there are so many moments that are funny and uplifting and hopeful.
My job for the first 20 minutes of the play is to get the audience to love us, because if they love us, which hopefully they do, they care about everything that happens to us.
What I'm trying to say is, as I sit here, I can't actually go there because I should probably cry on camera. So that's what happens. So the women in this play, as it evolves, you get their stories of what it was like to lose a child in what is an unnatural disaster.
That person or those people on stage who are giving you that story as truthfully as they can, then you are not sat anywhere, you're in their world, in that story. And that's what the Revlon Girl did for me.
They come out absolutely shocked that they've been so entertained, that theatre had the power to move them so extremely.
And had everybody doing what I think is the most amazing thing, which is where you're in floods of tears and you're standing up.
If I don't feel for any character that I'm watching, then it's a waste of time.
It actually made the story more powerful. It didn't really refer to it that often, but it just seeing how people had to carry on their lives after such a terrible disaster was so clever. It was fresh. It was a fresh way of looking at it.
It's a timeless thing. There's always something, a disaster somewhere, and there's always the love and the community and the human spirit.
I hope that when the audience watches it, first of all, that they know that these people can carry on, that we're not defined by tragedy and loss, and that actually we can carry on, and there is light and there is hope, which, you know, at the present day with everything that's going on is a great thing to have.